Now, your Local 2 Weather Authority forecast.
Good morning. Meteorologist Chase Menendez here. Very clear conditions in store for us today. Not a whole lot in the way of cloud cover. All those clouds moving off to the east. That rain we saw last night and yesterday finally getting out of here. It's on its way out of Texas even, leaving us very calm, clear, pretty dry even. Here's a look at the totals that we saw yesterday. Not a whole lot of rain fell on us. About 1/10 of an inch here in Odessa, Midland. About 0.01 for Fort Stockton. Dryden seeing 0.03. Really not a whole lot in the way of rain totals. Just a little light covering there. But the good news is roads shouldn't be too wet this morning. All that should be evaporated pretty much by the time the sun comes up. Now, it's leaving us really dry, though. Relative humidity numbers in the 50s indicating some really dry air, and those numbers are only going to drop off into the 20s and teens by this evening. Look at 5 p.m. We're at 19% for Hobbs and Carlsbad. Very, very dry up there. We also actually have a fire weather warning for parts of New Mexico because it's just so dry out there and because it's so windy. Wind speeds at 11 miles an hour for Hobbs, 19 for Carlsbad. Anything that catches on fire could potentially spread very quickly due to that dryness and all those wind speeds. Now, for the rest of the basin, we're going to see some pretty high wind speeds as well. Those numbers are going to jump up into the 20s by this afternoon and not really going to go anywhere until later on. Once the sun goes down, we're going to start to see those drop off, but stick around a little bit. I'd say 7 miles per hour for Odessa, Midland at night. Still pretty mild wind speeds. We're still going to see things be a little bit breezy even this evening. Very blustery this afternoon, still a little breezy by this evening, but for this morning, we're pretty cold. We're down about 10 degrees in Odessa, Midland. Look at Big Spring down 18 degrees. Guadalupe Pass down 10 degrees. That puts us squarely in the 40s for a lot of us. Guadalupe Pass still hanging on in the 30s. A couple of us in the 50s, but it's going to warm up to be a very, very nice day. You'll recall yesterday our high temperature 72 degrees, a good bit above that normal of 63. Today, same story. 72 is what we're going to see as forecast high. 64 is that normal that we're seeing. So we're staying well above normal for now. It's going to be another warm week ahead of us, but it's also going to be very clear. As a look at that low pressure pushing all those storms off to the east, leaving us very clear. Look into tomorrow, no clouds, and then as we get on into the early morning hours on Wednesday, still not seeing a change in that. It's just going to be a very, very nice couple of days ahead of us. Temperatures are going to be pretty similar too. We're going to see this warming trend continue on for the rest of the week. 72 going to be the high today, 75 tomorrow. Then we'll reach into the 80s for Wednesday and Thursday. Still not seeing any clouds. Lows going to stay in the 40s and the 50s, so it's going to be a pretty nice warming trend that we're going to see for the rest of the week. Things are going to be just really clear, really nice.
Got to be prepared for everything here.
That's it.
Cold mornings and then like great, really nice days.
Yeah.
Wearing the jackets in the morning and then you can lose them later.
Yeah, wear a jacket and shorts. Always a very attractive fashion style, but you know, it's functional.
That's the most important part.